What up, ladies and gents? Oh, let me put my meditation music on. All right, so as I promised, while I'm away, I'm gonna release a lot of these videos. I know I won't be streaming until the 20th, but like I promised you, I'll give you a lot of custom builds, mostly my own, for you guys to enjoy while I'm gone. What I'm gonna state clearly though, right from the start of this video, is that these builds are not better than the builds that I've already released, especially for like axe, repeaters, all these weapons. These builds are not better. These builds are just custom, made for my own playstyle. Use them at your own risk, okay? Unlike the ones which I test and test and test to work for literally every Slayer, these will only work if your playstyle is similar to mine. And honest to God, they may not necessarily be your choice. But I figure I may as well show you what I use anyway. So this is one of the customs that I use for speed leveling, especially with reliable teammates, okay? It is a no fear of death style axe build. To start out with, you're gonna want, oh, let me remove my face for a while. Existential Crisis, Adrenaline Cell. Special is Grim Onslaught, okay? Mod is Overcharged Cylinder, right here. Bond is the Glyph Weaver's Axe from the Alira, okay? Discipline will be your Omnicell of choice. Skarn's Defiance with an Etheric Attunement cell right here. Tragic Echo with a Rage cell, okay? Thrax's Shadow with a Cunning cell. Hang on, checking on my girl. Thrax's Shadow with a Cunning cell. You will have Malkurion's Grasp with a Predator cell right here. And last but not least, Chrono Treads with a Pulse cell. How this build is intended to work is that Adrenaline, the axe naturally drains stamina, so you'll do more damage with Adrenaline. Predator and Rage will help to offset each other, so if you take a hit, Rage triggers. If you play Flawless, Predator is still up there for you. Cunning and Pulse will help you time your crits and, well, improve the crit damage overall. Etheric Attunement is just for use with Skarn's Defiance. One unique thing about my custom builds is that you can always, in general, put Catalyst on it, but with this one you can't because one of the Etheric Attunements is coming from the Glyph Weaver's Bond. So Catalyst is not actually, it's not actually something you would normally use with this, but if you really want to use it, right, I'll show you. Just put Catalyst in here, ignore the other Etheric Attunement, and put another Catalyst here. And you'll be able to run Catalyst with this build. Replace one of the Adrenaline cells with Catalyst, and you're good to go, pretty much. Okay? Alright, now I'm actually going to do a short combat showcase. Now, once again, I stated it before, but these builds are not necessarily better. They're just custom. Okay? That's something you guys have to be very aware of. They're not necessarily better. They're just custom. And because they are custom, they can function really well, but you know, you're gonna have to be a little smart about how you use it. Okay, let me show you this in action now. Now, once again, I said this was one of the builds that I tend to run whenever I'm speed leveling or whenever I want to, you know, do something with friends or with trusted teammates. That's when you normally see me bust out this particular build. All right, it's highly effective, highly functional, but it has no sustain. You'll notice that it has, the only sustain is your Skarn's Lantern, that's it. It has no other self-sustaining capabilities, and it was literally designed that way. All right. Once again, it was designed that way on purpose because it was made solely for my own playstyle. So I will, like, depending on what I want to do, like, because it's a Riftstalker and I know I can get an early interrupt on him. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the Alira is set to the offensive mode, right? I'll let him do his little hop thing. Knock him down. Trigger the Alira. Because the Alira also does stagger damage, which is something that's very important. And then by this time, my discipline is ready to go again. Oops, sorry, I took a hit there for no reason. That was pretty miserable of me. Oh, my timing's been off since I haven't played in a couple of days. But anyway, if your timing's off, it's okay. Just make sure you're back on the offensive again, and what I'll usually do is something like this. Like so. Not only did I charge to the next level, this thing took massive damage, which is nice. That's going to move forward. That's its attack pattern. Okay, this time I won't fail on it. There we go. And even though I haven't got a full bar charged up, sometimes I will just throw the axe where I see an opportunity. Your only sustain in a twisted sense is going to come from your lantern, but don't rely on it. It's not actually supposed to be for you to sustain. You're not actually supposed to be sustaining off that. It's literally just a little bonus that can help you out. All right, and there you go. So, like I said, this isn't necessarily better than any of the other axe builds, and also I highly recommend you, especially if you're solo hunting with this, drink from the Aether Vents after, especially if you take a hit. Like I said, you've got no other self-sustain. There is 0 self-sustain in this, but if you die, there are also no problems, because the Chronovore will res you after you go ham with your shadow clone. I will attempt to do that here. I can't really exactly force death. If it happens, it happens. But I'll try to demonstrate that here. Okay, the Allura is so useful for the staggers though. So always utilize it fully to cause as much stagger as you possibly can. It's so good for knocking out behemoths that honestly, it's hard sometimes to let it go. Oops, shit. Okay, attempting to die here. Now, once you die, you'll be able to take advantage of your clone, and you won't even have to consume a stim, which is the main reason I got this build done in the first place. It was just to dish out massive damage and then revive myself, like so. And then the creature's pretty much dead. And if I get the chance, I will try and whack it so that Pulse is ready for the next go. Alright, I'm gonna do one last demonstration. Seems all we have is the Koshai, so we'll go with that. This build doesn't fear death, like I said. It doesn't fear death, but it's also not designed for you to be like, oh, okay, I can just do whatever I want at any time. No, it has no sustain, so you have to be very careful with utilizing that. Thankfully, none of the important things in this build are based on hit points or anything like that, so even if you're at half health the entire time, like, it's not going to be a bother. You'll still be able to dish out all the damage you need, since it's literally based on adrenaline and the rest instead. It's based on adrenaline, predator, and rage. Ow. Well, I got to the next level at least, that's what matters. Again, you more or less don't have to worry too much about death or whatever comes your way. Just counter and parry when you can. And don't hesitate to just throw your axe when you know that you're going to get a stagger. It can be great for charging up, because here you don't utilize energized, which is generally considered a staple for the axe. A lot of the other axe builds utilize energized so that you can build up your meter faster and technically do more damage overall, but here I don't utilize it because I find it okay to just do my own thing. Even if I take a hit or two, it's like not a major concern, so. And oh, because your only so-called healing is from the Terra status effect, do take note that on Terra Behemoths you cannot proc that status effect. Alright. Okay, good. Now that you are clear on that, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it helps you out. I hope you enjoy this. Like I said, it's a very simple axe to utilize, but whether you feel comfortable with it or not is up to you. It doesn't feature any sustain, but you don't technically need to use potions with it. I just use it if I want to, if I just don't give a shit about death. Alright, so like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to drop a tip if you want to help us out while we're gone. Of course, channel memberships, all these kinds of things all really help out. While I'm away, I'll return to my normal schedule on the 20th of September. So until then, please enjoy the videos. As I said, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? Y'all stay happy and healthy, okay? Don't be doing weird shit while I'm gone. I'll be back soon enough, okay? Y'all stay sexy. I love y'all, and thank you so much for being around me even while I'm away. Just know that I appreciate that. Y'all are awesome.